When your best friend talks about you, they do not talk about the things that people usually notice first. They do not start with what you look like or what you have. They do not talk about the things that do not matter after a while. Instead, your best friend starts with the way you make people feel. This is because to them that is the way to describe who you are. If you could stand in a corner and hear your best friend talking about you, you might be surprised by what they say. You often think about your doubts and fears. You think about the things you want to do, have not done yet. You think about the mistakes you have made. Your best friend sees something different. They see the strength you have every day. They see the things you do when no one is watching. They see the courage it takes for you to keep going when things get tough. When someone asks your friend what kind of person you are, they take a moment to think. They are not trying to find the words because they do not know what to say. They are trying to find the words because they want to say something that is true. Then they say something powerful. They say, you know what, they are the kind of person who does not give up on people. This sentence tells a lot about your character. In a world where people often give up when things get complicated, you stay. You try. You care. You fight for the people you love. Your best friend has seen this side of you times. They have seen you give your time and energy to help someone. They have seen you give up your peace to make sure someone else is okay. You may think that no one notices what you do. Your best friend remembers everything. They remember the nights when you stayed up talking to someone who needed help. They remember the way you encouraged them when they felt like giving up. They remember the times you made them laugh when they felt like crying. When your best friend talks about you, they do not talk about how perfect you are. They know you are human like everyone else. They talk about your heart. They talk about the fact that even when you are struggling, you still help others. This is something. This is something the world needs more of. If someone asks your friend if you are strong, they will smile. They know what it means to be strong. Real strength is not about never feeling tired or broken. Real strength is about keeping going even when you feel like stopping. It is about choosing hope when things seem bad. It is about waking up every morning and trying again. This is what you do on the days when you feel like you are not doing enough. Your best friend has seen the battles you fight inside your mind and heart. They know it takes bravery to keep going when things are tough. They will tell anyone who will listen that you are one of the genuine people they have ever met. You are the kind of person who celebrates people's successes without being jealous. You are the kind of person who gives credit where it's due. You are the kind of person who stands beside others of competing with them. This makes you special because there are not people like you in the world. Your best friend will probably laugh when they talk about you because they know your habits and jokes. They know the way you overthink things and care much about others. They will say, you worry about others more than you worry about yourself. This is not always easy for you. It is one of the reasons people feel safe around you. When someone is with you, they know they are being seen and heard. They know they are not alone. This is a gift that many people spend their lives looking for. If someone asks your friend what makes you special, they might take a deep breath before answering. They know that special does not always mean loud or flashy. Sometimes special means quiet but powerful, like the presence of someone who refuses to give up. Your best friend will say that you are the kind of person who carries light when life tries to dim it. You are the kind of person who keeps believing in days even after bad ones. You are the kind of person who turns pain into compassion and struggle into wisdom. They will remind people that you have dreams too, dreams that sometimes scare you. They believe in those dreams, and they know that one day you will look back and understand why every challenge made you the person you are becoming. Your best friend has watched you grow through times. They have seen you rise after disappointment and heartbreak. Every time life knocked you down, you stood back up again. Maybe you were a little tired, maybe you were a little uncertain. You kept going. This inspires your friend more than you know, because when someone sees another person refuse to give up, it reminds them that strength exists in ordinary people every day. Your best friend will probably say that the world needs people like you, people who are not perfect but are real. People who choose kindness of bitterness. People who choose patience of anger. People who choose understanding of judgment. They will say that you are the kind of friend everyone deserves, but not everyone is lucky enough to have. Because your loyalty is built from care and shared experiences, it cannot be faked. While you may sometimes wonder if you are doing enough in life, your best friend will tell you that your presence alone has already changed lives than you realize. Sometimes the powerful impact a person can make is simply being there, listening, encouraging, and loving without conditions. If you could hear your friend's final words about you, they might say something that stays with you forever. They might say, "If the world could see themselves the way I see them, they would understand how incredible they really are." Because your best friend knows the truth that you often forget, the truth that your value is not measured by failures or other people's opinions. Your value is measured by the heart you carry, the compassion you show, and the perseverance you demonstrate. This is why when your best friend talks about you, they do not just describe a person. They describe a spirit that refuses to give up, a heart that refuses to stop loving, and a soul that quietly reminds everyone around it that in a complicated world, goodness still exists, courage still matters, and one determined human being can still make a difference just by choosing every day to keep moving forward with kindness, strength, and belief in something better. If people talk about you, your best friend will probably lean back. Smile. This is because when they start talking about you, it is hard for them to stop. It is not because they are trying to make you sound better than you are. It is because they have seen parts of your life that most people do not see. They have seen the moments when you doubted yourself. They have seen the times when life was unfair. They have seen the nights when you had a lot of questions about your future. You never gave up in those hard times. You always had a hope inside you. This hope is something your best friend really admires. They know it would have been easy for you to quit. They know a lot of people let disappointment make them bitter. You chose a different path. You chose to keep your heart open even when life gave you reasons to close it. If someone asked your friend what makes you different, they would say it is not something big or loud. It is the way you stay kind in a world that often forgets kindness. You still celebrate victories. You still believe in loyalty. You still look for good in people even when others have stopped trying. Your best friend would say that you are strong and soft at the time. You know how to stand up for what you believe in. You also know how to be kind when someone is struggling. Your best friend would tell stories about you. They would talk about the time you stayed with them during a time. They would talk about the time you believed in them when they thought they would fail. They would talk about the way you reminded them that their dreams still mattered. Your best friend would say that you have an ability to make people feel strong just by believing in them. Sometimes you do not realize how important you are to people. You underestimate yourself because you are too focused on your worries. The truth is, you have helped a lot of people just by being you. You have shown patience when others would have been angry. You have given encouragement when someone felt invisible. You have chosen kindness when it would have been easier to walk. One of the things about you is that you are always growing. You are not the person you were yesterday or last year. You are always learning from your experiences. You are always becoming stronger and wiser. This is what sets you apart from others. You turn pain into lessons of letting it turn into resentment. You reflect of blaming. You ask how you can be better of pretending you are already perfect.